divided opinions over this fight. What's your thoughts on it when it arrives on February 22nd?
Yeah, really looking forward to the fight. I love it at Don Charles. I think it's terrific. I think if Joe Parker's still knocking around after 4 or 5, it becomes a very hard fight for Daniel Dubois. But Dubois has got real power, as we saw against Joshua. So, yeah, Parker's been down. He's been knocked out by Joe Joyce. You know, Dubois is the fresher guy. But Joseph Parker's on such great form at the moment. I think it's a terrific.
Between Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker, a must-see event. He highlighted Dubois' explosive knockout power while recognizing Parker's revival under the tutelage of Andy Lee. Meanwhile, Don Charles has been working to refine Dubois' skills, transforming the young powerhouse into a formidable contender. Smith suggests that Parker's best strategy is to extend the fight beyond the 4th or 5th round, where his experience could give him the edge. However, Dubois' undeniable power, which has already been tested against top-tier opponents, poses a significant threat, especially considering Parker's past setbacks, including his loss to Joe Joyce. Set for February 22nd, this battle promises to deliver intense action, even though it may not headline the night.
With the fights that he's had and the wins that he's had under his belt, this is going to be the toughest fight because he's in great form. He looks good. He's improved with each fight and gotten better and better. And with, say, for example, Zhang and Wilder, they didn't throw a lot of punches. But with Dubois, he's relentless with the pressure and he throws combinations and they're all powerful. So at this stage,
After Alexander Usyk's intense showdown with Tyson Fury, Daniel Dubois sparked a wave of controversy by storming the ring and calling out Usyk, despite having a highly anticipated fight with Joseph Parker looming. Dubois made it clear that his bold statement was part of the entertainment aspect of the sport, aiming to make noise in the boxing world. However, when pressed on the issue, he firmly stated that Parker is his primary focus. "My mind is fully set on you, Joe," Dubois declared, vowing to take down Parker before shifting his attention to Usyk. The stakes for Dubois couldn't be higher as he faces one of his toughest challenges yet. With each fight, he has evolved, becoming sharper, stronger, and more dangerous. Unlike cautious opponents like Wilder, Dubois brings relentless aggression, charging forward with non-stop pressure and explosive combinations. His rapid technical development, combined with his high-intensity style, amps up the intensity of this fight, especially with a world championship title on the line. This is a defining moment for Dubois' career, and the boxing world is watching with bated breath. Will Parker's momentum carry him to victory, or will Dubois' raw power prove too overwhelming?
February, it's going to be big. Make sure you tune in. I'm actually going to come out to Saudi and watch the fight between Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois. Good luck to both men. And then me and His Excellency, we have a agreement. He picks his side, I pick my side, and we see who wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there is important things, and this is the most important things for me. Joshua coming back to the kingdom.
Turki El Sheikh has weighed in on the highly anticipated battle between Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker, calling it a fight that could shake up the heavyweight division. El Sheikh is backing Parker to come out on top, citing his wealth of experience and well-rounded skill set as the key advantages that could neutralize Dubois' devastating knockout power. According to El Sheikh, this is a pivotal moment for Parker, a chance to solidify his legacy and prove that he still belongs at the top of the heavyweight ranks. With everything at stake, the pressure is immense. The question remains, will Parker's experience be enough to outclass Dubois, or will Dubois' raw power prove too overwhelming?
Can lean either way. Joe Parker has got so much experience and he's not an old guy and he's in the form of his career. It's going to be a number of months since he's been in the ring, whereas Daniel obviously fought AJ in September. So that might play against Joe, but if Joe shows the sort of form that beat Wilder and Zhang, it's going to be a very hard fight for Daniel Dubois. But with Daniel Dubois being the fresher guy, in unbelievable form himself and coming off that Joshua win, you got to...
This fight is as evenly matched as they come. Joseph Parker boasts the advantage of experience and is in top form, having built strength under George Lockhart and sharpened his skills with Andy Lee, giving him a strong momentum heading into the bout. However, there is one concern: his time away from the ring. On the other hand, Daniel Dubois has been more active, coming off a significant win over AJ in September, which has kept him sharp and dangerous. If Parker can replicate the form that saw him defeat Wilder and Zhang, Dubois will face a serious challenge. But with Dubois being fresher and in peak condition, he enters the fight as the slight favorite. Regardless of the outcome, this bout has all the ingredients for an unforgettable showdown.
Incredible story. Great seeing him win a big award on Saturday night. I think he's got a huge future. I think he's got a really dangerous fight in front of him with Joseph Parker. It's a fight I absolutely love. So wasn't quite sure it was the right time, but I have no problem with him saying that he wants to take on all comers. That's terrific, just so long as he's got all eyes on Parker, which I know he has. He works extraordinarily hard at Don Charles's farm gym, and last time I saw him was a few weeks back, just off his holiday from Brazil. He already looked in brilliant shape. But Joe Parker, I've spent a lot of time with him over the last 6-9 months, and he has put on a bit of muscle. He really fancies this fight. He's got momentum. Him and Andy Lee have got an incredible bond going together. He's got nothing to lose. He's got no pressure on him. I think this is it's a humdinger, and it's not even...
Joe Parker has spent the last 6 to 9 months in intense preparation, adding muscle and refining his skills with a renewed sense of confidence. Under Andy Lee's expert guidance, he's in peak form and carries significant momentum into this fight, stepping into the ring with no pressure and everything to gain. Fully focused and ready, Parker is set for what promises to be an all-out war. And the best part, this showdown isn't even the main event. February 22nd is shaping up to be a night of explosive action.
His confidence is brimming, that his execution has been incredible. Where do you find your advantages? What does Parker bring to the table that none of the past opponents have been able to do with Dubois?
I'll be able to use speed and movement. I'll be able to use experience. I've been in the ring with a lot of top fighters, and had some good wins, had some losses. But I'm able.
When asked about his advantages in this fight, Joseph Parker didn't hesitate to highlight what sets him apart. He pointed to his speed, movement, and extensive experience, qualities he believes will help him outmaneuver Daniel Dubois. Having faced some of the best in the sport, Parker has learned to adapt under pressure, making him a tricky and unpredictable opponent, unlike Dubois' previous challengers. His tactical approach could be the key to disrupting Dubois' relentless offense. With everything on the line, Parker is fully prepared to prove he still belongs at the top power, while recognizing Parker's revival under the tutelage of Andy Lee. Meanwhile, Don Charles has been working to refine Dubois' skills, transforming the young powerhouse into a formidable contender. Smith suggests that Parker's best strategy is to extend the fight beyond the 4th or 5th round, where his experience could give him the edge. However, Dubois' undeniable power, which has already been tested against top-tier opponents, poses a significant threat, especially considering Parker's past setbacks, including his loss to Joe Joyce. Set for February 22nd, this battle promises to deliver intense action, even though it may not headline the night. After Alexander Usyk's intense showdown with Tyson Fury, Daniel Dubois sparked a wave of controversy by storming the ring and calling out Usyk, despite having a highly anticipated fight with Joseph Parker looming.